University. What did you know about Tennessee State University doing all of this when you were, for example, with the Jets and et cetera and et cetera? What did you know about Tennessee State University? Who had you come in contact with in your professional career from Tennessee State University?
Well, I have to just go back to when I was living in Ohio. You know, Central State. It was always that arrival that you heard Tennessee State coming down I-75 to come in to play play Central State. So that was just a big arrival that when I was a kid I knew about. You talk about people from my high school. I had teachers in the school that went to Tennessee State, and I can always mention his name, Ivory Sewsbury. He is the one that actually kind of, you know, led me on to it. Miss Nolan, my elementary school teacher, is a graduate from here, was my PE teacher when I was in the 3rd grade when she found out that I was applying for the job, and I called her. So I ended up going back to some of the ties when I was growing up as a kid that, you know, that went to school at Tennessee State. So that was kind of like the leeway, not more professionally, but more growing up, and those teachers that I had that went to Tennessee State and got an education at Tennessee State and was just, you know, gave me the background, you know, how good Tennessee State was.
You know, I think one of the things about the athletic program at Tennessee State University, especially the football program, is that Tennessee State University has sent a large number of athletes off to the professional rank, and I think that you've also indicated that you've been involved in the professional rank. What are you doing now in terms of your current program? And we're going to talk about that current program, but what are you doing now in terms of your current program and preparing your young men for the next level? Do you ever think about that as a football coach? I mean, is your only concern to deal with the OVC, or have you thought in terms of sending some of your men beyond where you are now?
Well, you know, first of all, right now, you know, we have our program structured around his education. You know, I always really stress that to the young men on our football team. Right now, football game is only 60 minutes. Our life is, you know, education is going to take you, you know, 60 years or more. So right now, we're really stressing more is education, because I want our guys to know that, you know, football and education come hand in hand. I think when you're able to do it in the classroom, you're able to do it on the field, because it takes intelligence to pick up a playbook that thick. See, a lot of people just think you go out there and you run around, you tackle and all that, but that's not what football is all about. Those young men have to sit down, they have to go through a playbook probably that thick right there, and they got to learn every, you know, technique, how to throw, how to tackle. So it's a lot of things involved in just saying, I put you on the field and you just run around there. That's a false statement. But right now, we're really stressing the academic part, and I think that's a big part in it right now. But as far as going on the football field, you know, right now we're at square one. We have a very young football team. We have 7 seniors. All of them will graduate in May, which I'm proud of. And this year we had 17 of our guys on the dean list, and you know, and we're really proud of that. So we're going in the right direction. I think we're going in the right direction on the field. I don't see it as fast as a lot of the people here in Nashville see it, because I guess they've been around here in the program, been down for about 10 years. And so everybody sees a great difference in the program. I'm seeing that step by step right now. I think we're still behind the 8 ball a little bit there, but we're getting the right people in there. We're getting recruiting the right football player for this program and the right student athletes. So I think we're going in the right direction.
You know, Coach, I think one of the things that's really almost startling is that you've been able this year to have as many as 60-odd thousand people in the stand watching you play. And, of course, we're going to come up to our first commercial break. But we want to talk about that, because I think the last time that you were with us, we talked about the kind of support that you felt that you could get from the community, and it does appear as if you are receiving that kind of support in terms of attendance and whatnot, and to be able, as the president said not long ago, to bring 61,000 people to a Tennessee State University football game. And I think other folks have also compared your attendance to the Tennessee Oilers, and of course, you know, I don't think that might not be fair, and et cetera. But nevertheless, I think it does indicate that for whatever reason, that there are a large number of people in the state of Tennessee and throughout the nation, indeed, who are concerned and who are interested in what you are doing and what you have done at Tennessee State University. And we're going to talk about that. I didn't want to raise a question because I didn't want to interrupt you, but we're going to talk about that when we come back